And today we have a little cube that packs a big punch. It's portable, it's RGB, it's battery powered, and it's priced below $200. Sounds amazing, right? Well, mostly it is. Let me introduce you to HB80C by Neewer. How do you pronounce this?
The brand name Neewer is pronounced Neewer.
Well, I guess you learn something new every day. Well, we're going to be talking about our brightness, runtime, thermal performances, app control, CRI, TLCI, and even the nerdy stuff like power capacitors and why the size really matters. Or does it? But before we start, quick transparency check. Neewer did send me the light for an honest review, no money exchange hands. So if anything sucks on this light, trust me, you'll hear about it. Neewer's been the MVP of Amazon lighting for about 15 years now, and if you ever bought a budget light, mic, light stand, reflector, or even a V-mount battery, there's a big chance it was made by Neewer. They're kind of like IKEA of budget gear, and you'll find them in every creator setup somewhere. And if you don't believe me, go ahead and check up in your own bag and tell me which equipment you got from them in the comment below. Even though that HB80C does sound like a printer model name, it works like a boss, but does it live up to the reputation of Neewer as a reliable and budget-friendly piece of equipment? Let's break it down. Okay, now right out of the box, solid build, check. Compact but not toy size, check. Eternal high-capacity battery, check. And hallelujah, it finally comes with a carrying case, an actual padded, useful case. Thank you, Neewer. Seriously, thank you. You also get a very long USB-C cable, a 7-inch reflector, a solid swivel mount, and one of the coolest metal mini tripods I've ever used. It's adjustable in 4 positions from tall to almost ground, and it has a quarter mounts on the side so you can mount stuff on it, I guess. And whoever designed this thing, give them a raise. They deserve it. Design-wise, it's a chunky square. Nothing else really on the market looks like it. On the bottom, you have a standard 1/4 inch mount. On the back, there's a circular display with 4 buttons and a scroll wheel. On the side, there is a USB-C plug for charging, and on the front, there is a release button for the modifiers. The whole thing weighs about 1.6 kilos or 3.5 pounds for my friends from USA, which is kind of on a heavy side to be handheld. But just like a BMW M5, the weight comes with the benefits, which we will get into a bit later. Now, my first so-called problem with this light is the power switch. It's flatter than the earth on Reddit. No bump, no grip, basically impossible to feel without looking. It's just like slips right over it, so you wouldn't really know exactly where is it. Which is not really great when you're rushing to light up a speech that MC just announced while you just sat down to have a dinner on the wedding day. Wedding videographers, I see you there. There's also a big silent fan on the back of it. Air vents are on all the sides and dedicated buttons for the temperature reading, fan control, and mode switching. And yes, it uses a standard Bovins mount in the front, which means that all of your Bovins diffusers and reflectors will work with no adapters needed. Now let's talk power. As you could probably conclude from the name of it, HB80C, it means that it has 80 watts of power. The light is rated on 80 watts, but here is the little twist that comes with it. Only when plugged into high power USB-C or V-mount battery, you will get the full power of 85 watts. With just internal battery, you're getting only 65 watts. When you go in a mute mode, which is going to silence the fan completely, you're getting 45 watts. But with even on a full speed and a full highest power, this light is super quiet. For the last 3 months, I took this light to a bunch of weddings with me. I used it for the speeches, dance floor, backlit, even handheld, and it handled like a pro even on the slight rain. For weddings, I mostly use it on the reception with a Fresnel of 2 times, and it gives me about 8,000 to 9,000 lux at a 3 feet distance. With the bare bulb, you're getting about 4,000 lux. With the 7-inch reflector, you're getting about 10,000 lux. And the best part, the spec numbers that Neewer gave us with the light are almost completely matching mine. These are mine, these are theirs, and you can see how similar they are, which gives me a really good faith in the company. They really want to show the real results that these lights can make. Kind of refreshing in a market that people are kind of exaggerating the numbers just to sell the light. This thing, solid. Okay, now let's talk about the interface of this light. It's very simple, very easy. Scroll and click. That's pretty much it. There's a dedicated button mode on the back, and this thing comes packed with different modes. Some of them include CCT, HSI, RGB, XY, gel, FX, and source match. And I know this, for some of you, this sounds like a gibberish or like a name of the spaceship, but I'm going to try to make it very simple. These are the modes, and this is what they do. Basically, RGB modes are giving you options so you can match any color that you want. any color on the spectrum, this light can reproduce it. White balance goes from 2500 to 7500, and you can adjust the tint up to 50 points in each directions to get a perfect color that you're looking for. CRI is 95 plus and TLCI is 97 plus. So it means that basically your skin tones are gonna look really nice and true and no ugly green cast. HB80C also has a Bluetooth, and with it comes a dedicated app for it, and surprisingly it works really well. App gives you full control and does fast pairing, and it also reconnects automatically when you walk into the range of the light. App even offers camera-based color matching. Point your phone's camera to any color and the light will match it almost immediately. Pretty cool stuff. Even though app does work great, I have one complaint though. There is no remote at all. Not even an optional. There is nothing that you can do with it, because sometimes I really want a physical button and kind of longer range instead of pulling my phone out, going through the app, turning it on and off. It's just like, it's more convenient. So Neewer, maybe in the Mark II of this light, you're gonna include a remote, right? Now, one of the main things that people actually care about, and that's a runtime of the battery. Again, Neewer claims 75 minutes of runtime on internal battery on 65 watts. I got 68 minutes at a full power, which is really close. So again, props to Neewer for the real numbers. Heat-wise, light does get a little bit hot, but it's nothing excessive. Back heats up to 83 Fahrenheit. On the side with the batteries, it comes to like 122. It's not dangerous, but don't cuddle it with, I guess. But again, I'm not your parent. Do whatever you want. But let me put it in this way. In 3 months of usage in all different circumstances, rooms and temperatures, it never overheated. Never. That really, I guess, says something. I was trying to think about what the competition for this light would be and what is kind of the same category in the terms of power, price, performance, and I only had one light in mind that actually matches this, and that's Zhiyun X100 RGB. Technically they're very similar, but they're still very different. They're both RGB, they're both battery powered, and they're both priced very similarly. But Neewer is bigger and heavier. Why? You remember when I said the size matters? Well, here is why. It's because Zhiyun uses smaller polymer capacitors. They're light, compact, powerful, but heat up pretty fast and usually can hold up the power for kind of longer period of time. Neewer, on the other hand, uses larger electrolytic capacitors. They deliver power more steadily over time with less flickers and longer sustained output for the price of bulkiness and weight. So having that larger capacitor gives you another more important perk, and that is that you can choose the delivery curve of your light. There's a couple of options for that. They're linear, exponential, logarithmic, and sigmoid. I know this sounds like a very fancy words, but it actually means that you can choose the delivery curve in which the fixture will deliver light. I feel like the best to explain you this is to actually show an example. Here we have both lights next to each other, and you can already see how much more power X100 outputs comparing to the HB80C at 1% power. With delivery curves, you can choose if you want more punch at the lower levels or you want a smoother fades. It's totally your choice. And if your light does the same at 1% power, whichever light you're using, now you know that it has a polymer capacitors. The more you know, I guess, every day. Of course, it wouldn't be a modern RGB light without some party tricks. 18 of them to be exact. Some of them include lighting, candle, TV flicker, police lights, welding, paparazzi, faulty bulb, SOS, and a bunch more, and they're all pretty much customizable. And funny enough, there is more options for customization in the app itself than on the light fixture. So let's put a verdict on HB80C. I feel like it has a complicated name, but it's actually a great product. Now, who is it for? I think this is a perfect one light solution for any content creator, wedding videographer, or it can be just an additional light that you can put into your already existing setup. Why not? It's really cool, it's less than $200, it fits in your bag, it handles every event well, it's dependable, and did I mention that it costs less than $200? Build quality and design, I'll give this thing a 9 out of 10. The only reason why I can't give it a 10 is because the scroll and click feature, however convenient it is, it's very light and very soft. It happened to me multiple times that I wanted to move it just for a couple of points and it did way more than I wanted. So I feel like for next one just to be a little bit more tougher, so it just doesn't really like slide that easily. And the other small issue that I had is just the flat power button. It might be me, I don't know, who knows, probably it is me, but besides that, amazing light. Performance-wise, I'll give it a 9 out of 10. The only reason why I don't want to give it a 10 is because it's advertised as 80 watts. And unless you plug it in, you're using only 65 watts, which kind of sounds a little bit deceiving. I don't know, was that on purpose, or it could be just called HB65C, which can be overpowered to 80C. Again, maybe it's just me, but otherwise, great performance, 9 out of 10. And now, the main thing, did I mention this thing costs less than $200? With everything that I just said and everything that I know from the experience of using it, price-wise, straight 10, like no questions about it. This is amazing light that you can buy for yourself. It's absolutely worth your money, and I feel like you're getting way more than what you're paying for with $200. And with average rating of 9.7, I feel like this light should be on everyone's wish list. And if I manage to convince you to get one of these lights, there's an affiliate link right here in the description that you can purchase one for yourself, and I'm gonna get a little commission for myself, which is gonna help me to run this channel. If you get one for yourself, please let me know how you like it and how did you use it, because I really want to hear your experience if you have these issues that I had with the light. Now, thank you all for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Ciao, ciao.